So writing of chemical equation, this is one of the very important one. So here we have two methods now. Writing of chemical equation. One is a word equation and another one symbol equation. Okay, see first of all word equation. So in word equation, for example, if you are taken zinc plus hydrochloric acid will get zinc chloride plus hydrogen. So this is one of the chemical equation here. See, we call this chemical equation as a word equation. Yes, so all the equation is in the word form now. So every time to write in this word equation, it will take some time. Okay, and sometimes we may not write correct formula by reading of this word equations here. Okay, sometimes we may do some mistakes. Okay, see here, same equation I'll write in the symbol form. Here zinc plus hydrochloric acid is the HCl and zinc chloride is ZnCl2. Hydrogen is here H2. See Nana, in the word equation, here I written hydrogen. Here I have taken H2 here. Some people, what they'll do, simply they'll write H. So when you'll write H, that is the wrong. We'll not write single H. Always we write two hydrogens only. Okay, sometimes by writing the chemical equation in the word equation, you may write a wrong chemical formula. So that's why, and it is also take some time to write. So when you write in symbol equations, it will take less time to write, and it is very convenient to read. Yes, to remember also, this is very simple one. So that's why we'll choose every time symbol equation only instead of writing word equations. We have two methods, but we'll use every time this symbol equation only. Yes, Madiha, any doubt? You raised your hand here. Any doubt? So see here, this is one of the chemical equation we are saying. Why this is one of the chemical equation? So in this we have symbols and chemical formulas we have. So we are combined chemical symbols, right? So we'll get one chemical formula. So when we combine all the chemical formulas together, we got this as a chemical equation. So this is one formula, this is one formula, this is one formula, and this is one formula here. Yes, okay. So we call this as a chemical equation now. So here combination of chemical symbols, chemical formulas will get one chemical equation. See Nana. So in this chemical equation, the left side part, always the left hand side part is called reactants. And right side part are called products. Okay, this arrow is separated here, reactant side and product side here. Arrow tail indicates that reactant side and arrow head always indicates a product part. Okay, so this is, you know, already we discussed in that. So why we take this plus sign between two formulas means here. So this zinc is separated here and HCl is separate formula. These two are not equal here. Okay. So here, so that's why we separated these two here. For example, if you are taken any number here before zinc, for example, if I taken 2 here, so this 2 belongs to only to zinc here, not to HCl here, because zinc is separated here and HCl is separate one. Okay, to show the different formulas in a chemical equation, we use a plus sign here. Okay, arrow tail always shows the reactant part and arrow head always shows the product part. LHS is the reactants, RHS are the products. When the reactants are reacted in a chemical equation, then only the product will be formed. Without reaction between these two here, the products will not get here. Not only two here, what are the reactants will take in any chemical equation? When they are reacted, then only will get the product number. When they are not reacted, will not get any product. Yes or no? Are you here? Anyone in the class? Are you understood anything? Any doubts? Okay, and what we discussed again in that? Right, just see here. For example, if we have A plus B gives rise to C, and A gives rise to B plus C, and A plus B gives rise to B plus, sorry, C plus D plus E. So this is the first equation, that is A plus B gives rise to C, and second equation we are taken here, A gives rise to B plus C, and third equation A plus B gives rise to C plus D plus E here. See, in the first equation we have two reactants, one product. In the second equation we have one reactant and two products. In the third equation, two reactants, three products. Right? So here, according to the chemical equation, the number of reactants and number of products are decided here. Okay. So here, in any chemical equation, the number of reactants and number of products are not fixed. We can take any number of reactants and any number of products. Okay, that is depends upon the reactants number. So here, if you are taken two reactants, maybe we'll get one product or two products or three products. That is depends upon the number of reactants here. So here in any chemical equation, these numbers are not fixed here. So don't confuse with this. For example, if you are taken two reactants, maybe we'll get one product only. That is not correct. Or maybe we'll get two products. That is not correct here. Okay. So the number of reactants and number of products are always not fixed in any chemical equation. Any number of reactants and any number of products can be possible. Okay. So this is also very, very important here. Are you understood here, all of you?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Vishwan, are you understood?
Yes, teacher.
Show me your notes.
టీచర్ స్క్రీన్ రికార్డ్ చేసుకుంటాను.
Screen recording you are doing.